Everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In my previous two videos, we discussed reflection, laws of reflection, and spherical mirrors, uses of concave mirror and convex mirror. If you didn't watch part 1 and part 2 videos, please watch them first. In today's class, we are going to learn about ray rules and ray diagrams. Without wasting time, let's understand what are ray rules, why they are so important. Okay, now we will learn ray rules of concave mirror. These rules help us to draw ray diagrams easily. Remember, we are using this rule to find out where image is formed, what is the nature of the image. Okay, first rule, the ray parallel to principal axis after reflection will passes through principal focus. In case of concave mirror, you know about concave mirror, right? Concave mirror is a converging mirror. Going to see concave mirror, there is a parallel incident ray. After reflecting from the concave mirror, it passes through focus. This is first rule. I'll repeat one more time. When the ray of light travels parallel to principal axis, after reflection, it passes through the focus. Okay. Second rule. Second rule is opposite of first rule. When the ray passes through the focus and strikes the mirror, it reflects parallel to the principal axis. So parallel and focus rays are interchangeable. Okay. So when the ray is passes through principal focus, after reflection from the mirror, what will happen? Again, it is parallel to principal axis. So here, observe the diagram. Second ray rule, concave mirror. There is a ray which is passes through focus. After reflecting, what will happen? It is parallel to principal axis. Okay. Next, the ray passing through the center of curvature of concave mirror after reflection is reflected back along the same path. Okay, I'll repeat. A ray passing through the center of curvature of concave mirror after reflection is reflected back along the same path. Okay, so this happens because it strikes the mirror normally. Okay, now when the ray of light passes through center of curvature, so this center of curvature line is lies on principal axis. Correct? When it strikes the mirror, it is like a perpendicular. The center of curvature line is a perpendicular to the mirror. The light rays come back along the same path because incident rays falls on the mirror along the normal to the reflecting surface. Okay, so this principal axis is a normal to the reflecting surface. Okay, next, fourth rule. When the ray strikes the pole of the mirror, it reflects according to laws of reflection. This means angle of incidence is equal to angle of reflection. Okay, while drawing ray diagrams, we usually choose any two convenient rays. Okay, the point where the reflected rays meet. So that point we considering as image. Practice these four rules regularly to draw accurate ray diagrams. Okay, in concave mirror, there are 6 ray diagrams. In generally in your NCERT textbook or your state textbook, they mention only 6 ray diagrams. Okay, so before going to draw ray diagrams, let me discuss a table. In the table, they given image distance, position of the object, or size of the image, nature of the image. First, you understand this table. So then we'll go with ray diagrams. Okay, let us understand how to draw ray diagrams for a concave mirror. To draw a ray diagram, we need an object and two rays, at least two rays. Now, consider the first case. So, in the first case, we should keep object at infinity, then image will form at focus. The nature of the image is real and inverted, and size is point size or eyelid image. In the first case, light rays coming from the object are parallel to each other. Okay, so just remember the first rule. According to first rule, any rays parallel to principal axis after reflection passes through the focus. So here we take two parallel rays. After reflection from the concave mirror, the both the rays are passes through the focus. As we observe, the reflected rays meet at the focus. Observe the diagram carefully. There are two parallel rays. After hitting the mirror surface, both rays pass through the focus. Therefore, image is formed at focus. Observe the image now. Image is real and inverted. So, why it is real and inverted? So, image is formed left side of the mirror. That is real image. Real image and it is also inverted. Look at the size of the image, observe the size of the image. Size is highly diminished, otherwise we can say point size. Okay, this is our first ray diagram. I hope you clearly understand first ray diagram. Let us understand the second case. In the second case, we are keeping object behind the center of curvature. Then image will form between center of curvature and focus. Okay. First, draw the concave mirror, principal axis, focus and center of curvature. Now, place an object behind the center of curvature. Now, we will use two ray rules. First ray rule, ray is parallel to principal axis. After reflection, it passes to the focus. Okay. Next, second ray rule. A ray passing through the center of curvature, after reflection, it comes back along the same path. So, in second ray diagram, we are using two rules. First one and second one. Now, observe where these two reflected rays are meet. They intersect between focus and center of curvature. So, here image will form. Okay, the image is formed between C and F. Now, what type of the image it is? Image is formed left side of the mirror, means image is real and inverted. Observe the size. It's a smaller size compared to the object, right? So, image size is diminished. This is our second ray diagram. Okay, let us go with third case. In third case, we are keeping object at center of curvature, then image will also form at center of curvature. Okay, to draw this ray diagram, we need concave mirror, principal axis, focus, center of curvature. Now place the object at center of curvature. We are using first ray rule and second ray rule. So first ray rule, the ray is parallel to principal axis. After reflection, it passes through the focus. Second ray rule, the ray is passes through the focus. After reflection, it becomes parallel to the principal axis. Now observe the reflected rays. They are meet exactly at the center of curvature. So image is formed at center of curvature. Now tell me, image is formed left side of the mirror. Then what kind of the mirror image it is? It is real and inverted. Observe the size of the image. So as compared to size of the object and the size of the image, they both are similar. That means same size of the image will form at center of curvature. So this is our third case ray diagram. Let us move on to the next case. Fourth case. In the fourth case, we are keeping object between center of curvature and focus. So then our image will form behind the center of curvature. Okay. To draw ray diagrams, first we have to keep object between center of curvature and focus. We are using first rule and second rule. Okay. So first rule, ray is parallel to principal axis. After reflection passes to the focus. Ray passes through principal focus. After reflection, it parallel to principal axis. Where the reflected rays meet, they intersect behind the center of curvature. So if reflected rays are intersecting at a point, means there only image will form. So here image is formed behind the center of curvature. Again mirror is formed left side of the mirror. Correct? Huh? Then image is real and inverted. Just now you compare size of the object with size of the image. So compared to size of the object, size of the image is larger. Correct? Image size is larger than object. Okay. I hope you understand ray diagrams from first case to fourth case. Okay. Now let us see what happens when the object is placed at focus. So you know about center of curvature. When we keep object at center of curvature, image will form at center of curvature. Now let us understand, if we keep object at focus, what will happen? So to draw these ray diagrams, we are using two ray rules. First one, ray is parallel to principal axis. After reflection, it passes through the focus. First one done. Take one more ray rule. So I am using here second ray rule. When the ray is passes through center of curvature, after reflection, it retraces the same path. Now observe the reflected rays. So where they are intersecting, they are not intersecting anywhere. These two reflected rays are parallel to each other. Correct? So image is formed at infinity. So we can't tell what kind of the image is formed at infinity. Okay. So for that we can say image would not be formed. For nature and size, you should mention image would not be formed, but image will form at infinity. Okay, this is the fifth case. So let us move on to the last case. In the sixth case, we are keeping object between pole and focus. So this is a special case. From first case to fifth case, nature of the image is real and inverted. We'll see in sixth case what kind of the image will produce. Okay, to draw this sixth ray diagram, I'm keeping object between focus and pole. Okay, so use first ray rule. Ray is parallel to principal axis. After reflection, it passes to the focus. Okay, now I'm using third ray rule. That is, the ray is directed towards the center of curvature. Again, it will reflect back along the same path without any deviation. Now, just you extend reflected rays backward. Extend reflected rays backward. They will meet behind the mirror. Okay, these extended reflected rays, they will meet behind the mirror. So where these extended rays are meet, no, that point we called image. Okay, so just you draw one perpendicular line to the principal axis. So image is formed behind the mirror. Now image is formed right side of the mirror. Means this is virtual image. Okay, virtual and direct image. Observe the size of the object and size of the image. Compared to size of the object, size of the image is large. It's little bit big. That means size of the image is enlarged. Okay, so in sixth ray diagram, we are keeping object between pole and focus. Image is formed behind the mirror. Nature of the image is virtual and erect. Nature of the image is virtual and erect. And size of the image is enlarged. So this is our final ray diagram. I hope you understand ray diagrams from first case to fifth case. Okay. Now there is one very important point to remember. To draw ray diagrams easily, you should remember the table they given you in your textbook. If you remember the table, drawing ray diagrams becomes very simple. In the beginning, you may find ray diagrams little bit difficult, but with the regular practice, it will become very easy for you. Out of these six ray diagrams, the first case, object is at infinity, and the last case, object between focus and pole, are very important for your exam point of view. So make sure you understand and practice them well. Okay. All right, students, I hope you have understood this video clearly. If you found this video helpful, please share it with your friends. In next class, we will understand ray diagrams and ray rules of convex mirror. Thank you everyone.